Salvete omnes, nomen mihes canicus. Thank you for joining me for Novus, a series where I try to play the game through the eyes of someone who has never played before. I realize the limitations of that, but we're going to do our best. Okay, so the game is telling me to go. Oh, that was bad. Okay, that was my fault. It's not the game's fault. Fortunately, I know my way back. Anyway, the game is telling me to go back to the village, but I don't know why. Why would the game want me to go back to the village now? I don't see how that would serve any purpose. Why would you tell me to go back to the village? Like to heal? Okay, this is legitimately confusing. I have no real reason to go back to the village right now. Let's see if it gives me any direction while I'm in it, because I haven't done any of these 3 quests. And nothing. I mean, it's telling me to talk to Ursa. Why would I talk to her? What changed your mind about finding Hayton? A little trek into the wilderness of Corthus Island to find the can manufacturer too far for you? Pathetic. I'll find Hayton, and when I come back, I expect some gratitude. Why game? And she's still blinking. She's still blinking. So I still have no idea why they told me to come back to the village. All right, so I went back to the village because they told me to. I talked to Ursa because they told me to. They're still telling me to. Whatever. All right, so she told me to look for ruins to the right side of the path. So we're going to look for ruins to the right side of the path. Are those ruins? Those look like they could be ruins. Still nothing has told me how to use my hotbars or how to like manipulate my hotbars, pop outs and all that stuff. That that kind of thing is pretty standard, I think. I imagine there's an expectation that you would be able to do that, and so somebody who has played a lot of other games like this would look for ways and look around at the buttons, but somebody else might not. All right, so in ruins, the old Cannith ruins. Okay, so I'm definitely in ruins, right? And I'm going to the old Cannith manufactory, so old Cannith ruins ought to be where I want to be. Okay, so I have slain 25 monsters. Okay, I believe she said to go up. Let's see what the quest guide tells me. Ursa Jensvard sent you to find legendary Lars Hayton. Somewhere in the abandoned Kenneth Manufactory. Her recollection is blurry, but Ursa believes somewhere in the old Kenneth ruins on Korthos Island outside the village. She says the entry duct is somewhere at the top of the ruins on the right side of the main road. Now, why is her memory blurry? It hasn't been that long since she's seen this guy, supposedly. Well, here's somebody to kill. Okay, it said top, so going up the stairs is a reasonable move. Kill these three guys here. I'm going to go ahead and rest. Okay, and I see a portal.
A mangled sewer grate leads to an old abandoned Kenneth manufactory.
Get out Byron so he can do everything for me. Let's do Night Shield.
You enter one of the laboratories where decades ago
I didn't look to see if I can do any more spells.
first imbued mystical life into automaton.
I can do one more spell. All right, I know that I can do that at Rest Shrine, so I'll look for a Rest Shrine.
The doorway ahead has been boarded up. Oddly, the work looks very recent.
Okay, spot hidden. Okay. Spot hidden.
As you twist the second valve closed, the
All right,
hissing
27.
stops.
This what, 0.5%? Something like that? Maybe 5%. Yeah. It's 5%. All right, let's see if there's anything over here. Nope, that just loops around. Pretty obvious I need to avoid those blades. Bad guy. Okay. So I can go that way. Is there anything this way? Nope. Okay, so I see that there's a rest shrine. I want to get to the rest shrine. So now it's just a matter of finding my way in there. Okay, the map tells me that through that door should be the rest shrine. I see a barrier here. Does the game tell me anything about it? Yep.
humming with compressed energy resolutely blocks your
Find a way
flow.
to disable it somewhere.
You
Okay,
hope
so
you
we're
can
looking for
find
a way to disable it.
somewhere.
Now, do I see the other door? I do not. Maybe I'll see it when I go through another way. Okay, I know Kenneth crystals. I've seen those before. I know they do something.
On the other side of this locked gate, you see a familiar sight. Caneth power crystals, like the one you saw in Korthos. But what are these ones powering?
Okay, the game is asking you to make the mental leap. I'm going to rest and get another spell. I'm going to go with another buff spell, and I'm done with my bar being all weird. Okay, I actually want this up there. And that, there we go. Okay. We're going to assume some reasonable person could figure that out. Ah, the door's open.
Icy jets of some alchemical compound coat these humming Caneth power crystals in a
Also
hard
notice
protective
valves.
layer.
Okay, I know I need
You
Byron to
also
staple it,
notice
so
several valves of various sizes spread around the room.
the
Upon
game is telling
turning
me to
the
turn the
valve,
valves.
you hear a definite alteration in the pitch of the hiss.
The game is
as
telling me
the
that what
gas
I'm doing is
struggles
having
to
an
flow
impact.
around your obstruction. Without the alchemical jets coating the Caneth power crystals, you can now easily destroy them. As the last crystal shatters, the hum of power slowly fades into a heavy silence.
Cast my spells. Now I see the door. Okay. Okay, and I can't get in. That's all right.
Who in the flame are you?
You, what have you done? My protections are gone. There's nothing stopping the Sahawagan now. Stopping them from what? I already stopped the Sahawagan. That was a whole quest. They're hunting me, you fool, and you've just cleared the way for them. I'm sorry, but I had to find you. The people of Korthos need your help. Then you've wasted your time. Generations of my family fought and died, while those selfish wretches did nothing. Those villagers just want me to stand in front of the Sahawagan tide so they don't have to. But what about Ka...
Oh
Oh no, the Sahawagan found me.
found me.
Suddenly the air shimmers with devourer magic. The Sahagin have followed you in and are attacking. Hayton's life is in your hands now.
They wouldn't have sent so few after me. Stay alert.
He's fine.
Swahagan are still blocking our escape. Watch for more attacks.
Alright, how's he doing?
Scum, keep coming.
Oh, Shield
I
of Faith
won't
doesn't
die
last
that
very
easily.
long at all. 2 minutes? Goodness. Alright, Amalgam could use a heal.
Now do you see what I have to deal with? Once the Swahagan get your scent, they won't stop until you're dead. Their shield is weakening. We might actually get through this.
Alright,
Just
one more
hold on
wave.
A little longer.
God, he came out of the water with half health.
The Swahagan magic is gone. We beat them off. This time.
Hayton looks weary after surviving this latest attack. Perhaps you should talk to him again.
Will it never end? The Sahuagin will keep coming until I'm dead. There's one way it can end. If we work together, we can drive the Sahuagin from Korthos Island once and for all. I've heard talk like that before, but everyone who stood up to the Sahuagin and their pet dragon is dead. But what about Kaja? Are you going to let her die too? Or maybe the Sahuagin will take her alive to the mountain. Don't you talk about her. No, no, that can't happen. I won't let that happen. All right. I will help you. I've been doing research about the dragon, and I've come to a startling conclusion. Oh? I have discovered that the dragon is not here of its own free will. That's been mentioned before. It is being controlled by a creature most terrible, a mind flayer from the depths of Kyber. But therein lies the key, and I have a plan which might just turn the tables. I will send Amalgam to meet you at the base of Misery's Peak when you are ready. Talk to him there. I will, till we meet again, Lars Hayton.
Go now. Tell Ursa to hold the barricade just a little longer. Then meet Amalgam at the base of Misery's Peak when you're ready.
With Hayton finally persuaded to help, the people of Korthos might finally win their struggle. A mangled sewer grate leads to an old abandoned cannon.
Okay, the game is telling me to go... game is telling me to go back. Well, now this time that actually has meaning. Rat. Fighting with my mace is still objectively better than casting this spell. Oh, sorry, I'm coughing into the mic. Okay. Well, you're taking your time finding Hayton. If it's not as if all our lives are at stake. Actually, I've already spoke with Hayton. He's alive and well, and he has a plan to get rid of the dragon. He is? He does? Thank Doldorn. Kaja was right about him, after all. And right about you. Well, now we have a chance. Don't hang around here. Get out there and do whatever it is he told you to do. Don't worry about the village. I'll hold the Sahuagin here as long as I have to. Good to hear. I'll get going then. Okay, I know I need the feather cloak.
Your finding Hayton transformed the village. It seems as if all of Korthos were holding out for
Let's see if
news
there's
of your
anything
next
to
great
sell.
victory with bated breath.
Yes, a lot actually. Okay. Well, that was Redemption. And we'll just kind of see what we run into as we go out into the wild. My guess is we'll see the river first. So we'll probably be doing Necromancer's Doom. But gratias vobis ago. Thank you so much for watching. And I don't know how long this series is going to go. It's not going to go too much past the harbor. I think, once somebody has gotten, it would be nice if everybody knew what they needed to know by the time they finish Korthos. That's just not going to happen. There's too much to learn in this game. But at some point you've got to ask people around you for help. You've got to, look stuff up online. You're interested enough in the game to look for information. However, I think it's fair to say that in general, the game really should tell you how to play and tell you what you need to know. Things like, what spell power does, and let me see. Points of light damage. Okay, so do I know that light damage and light spell power relate to each other? Yeah, I can probably figure that out. Do I know what that means? I don't think I do from the game. Do I need to know all the math? Maybe not. It's hard to say. Okay. Anyway, I will see you next time. Si waletis, ego waleo, walete.